Solar Club's goal is to be able to give engineering and hands-on opportunity for students who have a passion in this subject and help them succeed in the future. Our eventual goal is to be able to attend the American Solar Car Challenge and participate with our own built solar car. My name is Jason Chung and I'm currently a junior studying at Pacific Academy, Irvine. Throughout the past year, we have helped members learn different lessons in Python as well as building their own remote-controlled vehicle as a starter project.
我们成立 Pacific Academy 的太阳能车的社团 Solar Club， 主要是因为我们学校有一群学生，他们对这种机械、车子非常的感兴趣。那我一直就想说，有什么样的机会可以让他们真正能够在发展他们这方面的热情，为他们制造一些机会，能够真正的学习到这个车子的制造。那另外的话，一个干净的能源，像太阳能，一定是我们未来世界发展的一个趋势。我们觉得，如果能够在孩子高中的阶段这么早就能够接触到这种的能源，那真的是非常的有意义。
I'm Michael Chan and I decided to join this club because I've always loved cars ever since I was 3, so I decided to put that to use in this car. When designing this, I used a very simple software called Tinkercad. It's a website and it's very easy to use. But for the actual solar car, I'm going to be using more advanced software such as Solid Edge or Fusion 360. The hardest part of designing this car was figuring out the dimensions. So what I ended up doing was just looking at internet images of like an FIA go-kart chassis and just trying to mimic it. We didn't have a tube bender, so we just used all angles instead. And I designed it with round tubes, but then Coach Jerry told us that using these square tubes were actually much easier. When designing this battery, I didn't really know what to do because we didn't know the number of batteries we needed or the size of the batteries. So I just ended up designing the car and trying to figure out the batteries later on. And what we ended up doing was we put 2 under the steering wheel and 4 all the way back there.
My name is George Pan and I'm in 7th grade. I joined the Solar Club for a challenge. I've had previous experience with making a car out of scratch, so I wanted to work with other people, try to make something even more impressive. There's also an electrical aspect of this club, which I never had experience of before. So I try to learn about how to deal with electrical and power the car with batteries and stuff like that.
这个成立太阳能社是非常困难的，因为我们需要有场地，让我们在那边可以坐车，我们需要花大量的时间，而且通常是不能够在下课之后，所以我们只能利用周末。通常我们一坐就是一整个星期天。另外的话，我们需要有家长大量的时间的投入，还有支持。那另外的话，就是我们需要有好的教练，非常的困难。可是我们很幸运，在各种条件一一的克服，然后条件具足了，所以我们大概从2年前开始了我们的 Solar Club 的这个计划。
My name is Antoinette Leo. I am a senior at Pacific Academy. The reason why I chose to join Pacific Academy Solar Car Club is because I'm really interested in learning about cars. I've always been wondering how cars worked and all the different parts and also how to use tools. I think it's very interesting. Welding! So most of the welding on this cart were done by me. I was mainly in charge of the welding because I was the first one to get in touch with that, and welding requires a lot of practice, and I think I was the most familiar with this, so I just kept going with welding. The frame, for example, was all built by us. We had to cut each piece of metal individually, and then we had to weld them together. So this cart I built, I'm very proud of it because it's like our baby. We built it from scratch and spent months and months doing this cart, and overall I think it was so worth it because we learned so much out of it. I cherish this cart a lot because we spent a lot of time and effort and resources on it. Look, Miss Kelly signed it. In fact, we all signed the cart. For example, Sophia here, my signature is here, Jill. And if you look around the cart, everyone has signed and drawn something on the cart. So this cart is like our creation, and I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
My name is Jill Lu. I am currently a sophomore at Pacific Academy, and the main reason I joined Solar Car Club at Pacific Academy is because of my interest in renewable energy and seeing it as the future of everything around us. And something I really enjoy about this whole experience is that it has taught me that I am capable of building things and creating things all on my own, but working together truly does create such a huge improvement since everyone can equally help and put in their own ideas to make something better or fix a solution altogether.
哇，今天觉得很惊讶，终于看到了他们这个做出来的成果。我儿子从小就对这个车特别的着迷，来到 PA 以后呢，有这个机会参与了这个 Solar Club， 能够把他的梦想从设计到动手都实现出来，这是一个非常难得的机会。我觉得这个将来对他那个大学申请的话，肯定也有帮助。非常感谢 PA。
I'm Patrick Galb, the current Vice President of Solar Club. Ever since completing the go-kart that we have been working on for so long, I've felt pride and excitement like never before. I've learned to grind and weld and several more things, such as collaborate with other people to complete a project. I also have overcome many challenges, such as learning to use these power tools and also getting over the fear of hurting myself when using them. When I applied to colleges, I talked about all of these on my applications. I talked about all the new things I've learned, the stories I experienced, and the challenges I have overcome. This is not just a short one-year project. This is something that many people will work on for several years. This is something that you have to put your dedication to, something you have to commit to, something that you have to spend hours a week to work on. But by the time you are done, I promise you, you will not regret any of the time you spent here.